Every day, I walk in the doors and I am amazed at the talent, dedication, drive, leadership, and courage that our students display. These students here with us tonight are the most perfect examples of this. And with any team, it is also important to honor those who have supported our students and help them to achieve success at Norwood High School. So it is with that in mind that we gathered here today as staff, students, and families to recognize the team effort that is necessary and the level of support that is necessary for one to reach his or her goals. And since we are all family, and in the interest of time, we will proceed through tonight's program as dinner service takes place. We will honor our students and enjoy food and good company all at the same time. Before we begin our program, I would like to thank the many people behind the scenes that have made this night possible and successful. First, thank you to the staff here at the 4 Points Sheridan, who graciously cover the cost of student meals and make the cost of the event as affordable as possible for those who would like to attend, and provide a very special venue with great service. This is an annual event that they have hosted for many years. To the Norwood High School PTO and current president, Sarah Quinn, who helped handle both the organizational and monetary aspects of this event, thank you for your continued support in the pursuit of excellence at NHS and your efforts to recognize the students here tonight. A special thank you to Mrs. Lisa Colosimo, Main Office Secretary and my lifeline, for taking on the monumental task of creating programs and achievement certificates, collecting tickets and fees so that this event can go off without a hitch. Thank you to the department chairs and leadership at NHS, all of them, but especially Ms. Krista McDonald, Ms. Teresa Drummy, and Mrs. Cindy Durain for their help in planning this event. Thank you to Jack Tolman and Norwood Community Media for their support in recording this event so that we can broadcast to the school community and the community at large. Thank you to the many dignitaries in the room, including Dr. David Thompson, Superintendent, Mrs. Maya Bodenhofer, Chairwoman of the School Committee, Mrs. Teresa Stewart, School Committee Member, and to the many teachers, administrators, and staff members from Norwood High School who are in attendance here with us tonight or who have helped plan this event. Let's put our hands together to thank those that made this night such a special tradition. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce my partner in crime, and as I refer to her, your other principal, Mrs. Cindy Durain, for tonight's opening remarks.
Thanks a lot. Good evening, everyone. There are many ways at Norwood High that we celebrate student achievement in the 4 A's, but tonight is the only event in which we celebrate solely the academic A. Students, daily you take on challenges, you strive to succeed, and you persevere. Your presence here is a testament to that. But your education is a community effort, so to all the families and to our staff here with us tonight, thank you for the love and support you show these students every day. To our seniors, thank you for your leadership and for being fantastic role models. We wish you nothing but the best as you get ready to take on your next chapter. With that, it is my privilege to welcome you to the 2019 Honors Banquet.
Thank you, Mrs. Durain. At this time, I'd like to welcome School Committee Chair, Mrs. Maya Bodenhofer, to the podium for some opening remarks.
On behalf of the school committee, I want to congratulate all the students who are honored here tonight. I'm really pleased to be here with you tonight. One of the things that I have always liked about Norwood is the sense of community here. I have often seen community members who are not parents of current students at events supporting the schools. It's wonderful to know that our students are supported by that kind of town. As a community, we have many opportunities to cheer for our student athletes and for those students who excel in the arts. It's wonderful to see the community support for a winning streak for the boys hockey team or for the tournament success of our girls basketball team. It's great to see members of the community oohing and eyeing over the amazing art displayed at the Fine Arts Festival or cheering for our award-winning marching band. But I sometimes worry that all of that attention on athletics and arts inadvertently sends a signal that we value academic achievement less. Students, I'm so glad that we are all here to tell you that that isn't true. Now, it may be harder to cheer for academics. I suspect that Mr. Betts is probably happy that there are no bleachers in the science labs. And I imagine that Senora Kaplan might find it distracting to have a gaggle of parents in the corner of her room during her Socratic seminars, even if we did limit ourselves to polite golf claps. I know that Dr. Galligan wants to encourage community involvement in the high school, but I don't think he really wants parents with cowbells cheering in math class. So I'm very glad to be here at this honors banquet. I know that the community celebrates all of you who are embracing the opportunities provided to you and excelling in the classroom. Since we don't get to do it often, I'm going to ask this community right now to stand up and cheer for you here tonight.
Thank you, Madam Chair. It is my pleasure to welcome Superintendent of Schools, Dr. David Thompson, to the podium.
Well, first, I'm really glad that I came because I have not been called a dignitary before, and that's a first. So first, let me say congratulations to all of you for your outstanding academic performance. It's truly an honor to be here to speak with all of you. But it's also a challenge because I'm here speaking with the most talented, brightest, and obviously motivated young people in our schools. So what to say, what advice to give? Then I thought, well, let's talk about some of the other skills that are important to be successful in the future. Sometimes these are called soft skills, but they're really not that soft as we look forward. The information I'm sharing came from last summer's NEXT conference at Northeastern University. NEXT is a consortium that looks to develop experiential learning and teaching through connections between K-12 education, higher education, and industry to transform learning for the 21st century. At this conference, we were introduced to the concept of deep learning competencies, or as they call them, the 6 C's. And I'd like to share them with you quickly. The first is creativity. 6 C's, because they all start with C, by the way. Creativity, having an entrepreneurial eye for economic and social opportunities, using inquiry, asking the right questions to generate novel ideas, and leadership to pursue those ideas to turn them into action. Communication, communicating effectively with a variety of styles, modes, and tools that are tailored for a range of audiences. Citizenship, thinking like a global citizen based on a deep understanding of diverse values and worldviews. A genuine increase in ability to solve ambiguous, complex, real-world problems. Critical thinking. Critically evaluating information and arguments, seeing patterns and connections, constructing meaningful knowledge and applying it to the real world. Character. Learning to learn deeply with the essential character traits of grit, resilience, tenacity, and perseverance. Believing that learning is an integral part of living. And the last C, collaboration, the ability to work independently with teams with strong interpersonal and team-oriented skills. These include effective management of team dynamics, substantive joint decision-making, and learning from and contributing to the learning of others. So as you move forward, first I would suggest you do a little self-assessment of your capabilities in these 6 areas. Ask yourself, where can I develop these 6 C's, these deep learning competencies? What opportunities are there to put into practice not only my knowledge, but develop essential skills required in the workplace of the future? To be honest, it's not your challenge alone, it's our challenge as educators and members of the community to foster and provide the guidance and opportunity to develop the 6 C's in our students and classrooms. We have some work to do, but at least it won't be boring. Thanks for listening, and congratulations on all you've accomplished.
Thank you, Dr. Thompson. We will proceed now to the reason we are all here, to hear about the many accomplishments of the student leaders who are here with us tonight. To assist us in recognizing our seniors who represent the top of their class, 5 of our senior leaders will have the opportunity to speak about their peers and honor them, each with their own style. First, I'd like to welcome Emily Murray to the podium to begin our senior presentations.
Please stand when your name is called. Sarah Muhyiddin. Sarah's going to be making a speech about me later, so I have only nice things to say about her. I have known Sarah since middle school, and she continues to impress me with all that she does. Sarah is vice president of the Art Honors Society, and she goes above and beyond to help the art department. For the past few weeks, I have seen her running in and out of the art classroom where I have a study hall to prepare for an art show. Sarah is also very talented at math and is great at being a leader, both officially as president of the National Honor Society and unofficially as a strong role model. Most of all, I am impressed with her personality. She is friendly, confident, and creative, and she is a great friend. I still remember signing yearbooks in 8th grade, and she wrote a really nice personal note to me, while all I wrote was, "Have a great summer, Sarah." Sarah, I wish you all the best as you attend Boston College to major in mathematics, and have a great summer. Amanda Najam. Amanda is a friendly, welcoming individual with a passion for helping others, both now and in the future. She participates actively in SAD, Students Against Destructive Decisions, and has even become the secretary in order to have a more involved role in supporting the organization and its mission to promote healthy choices. Amanda is also a member of the National Honor Society, which speaks not only to her academic success, but also to her character, leadership, and service to the community. In addition, Amanda is a member of the tennis team, Spirit Club, and the National Foreign Language Honor Society. In the future, Amanda plans to continue having a positive impact by becoming a pharmacist, a role in which she will be able to help a lot of people. Clearly, she is committed to making the world a better place, and she's going to do so with great style. Amanda, I wish you all the best as you complete the 6-year PharmD program at MCPHS. Erin Ryan. I have always been amazed by Erin's talent in music. We used to be an orchestra together, and I remember being impressed by the quality of her music every time I heard her play the viola, while most of us were messing up intonation left and right. Erin has the ability to make even difficult music seem easy to play, and she accomplishes this beautifully. She demonstrates her interest in music by participating in musical theater, jazz choir, and the Tri-M Music Honor Society, of which she is the vice president. In addition to these activities, she is a member of the National Honor Society and of the varsity swim team. Not only does Erin have a passion and talent for music, she also loves teaching. She combines these two passions by volunteering as an assistant teacher for the Norwood 4th and 5th grade honor chorus and for musical theater classes from the Bay Colony Performing Arts Academy. In the future, she plans to continue to pursue these passions by teaching high school chorus and music theory. Erin, I wish you all the best as you attend Gordon College next year to major in music education with a concentration in composition. Soraya Adelaide.
Yes.
The first thing that strikes me when I think of Soraya is how genuine she is. She has a selfless, confident personality that you can't help but admire her for, and a way of listening to you that lets you know you have her full attention. There are so many extracurricular activities that are lucky to have Soraya as a member. Soraya is the co-president of SAD, the co-vice president of Friendship Club, and a member of Spirit Club, Global Citizenship Club, and Student Council, in which she has been the girls' treasurer. Soraya has also served as a Mustang mentor. With giving so much of her time to all these extracurriculars, I have no idea how Soraya manages to have even more time to give to others, but she does. She mentors middle school students about service through Project 351 and about social injustice through the Playbook Initiative. Giving back and being there for people are really important to Soraya, and it's hard to imagine how she has any time for anything else. But somehow she does have the time to do really well in school and to still give you her full attention when you need her. Soraya, I wish you all the best as you attend Tufts University to study biology on a pre-med track. Rachel Howard. Unfortunately, Rachel could not attend the banquet, but she is still so deserving of recognition for her accomplishments. For 5 years, she has been the leader in raising awareness of mental health at Norwood schools. She has distributed over 1,000 handmade green ribbons to students on mental health awareness days over the years, demonstrating her long-term commitment to this important project. Not only is Rachel wonderful at giving back to the community, she is also committed to performing arts at the high school. She is a madrigal and a member of the Tri-M Music Honor Society, and she has participated in several musicals. I first got to really know Rachel in French class sophomore year. What happens in French class stays in French class, so I don't have anything else to say about that. But I can say that Rachel is a conscientious, caring person and a wonderful friend. I wish Rachel the best of luck as she attends UMass Lowell to study at their College of Fine Arts, Social Sciences, and Humanities. Prerna Mystery. Prerna is... Prerna is great at music, as demonstrated by her membership in the Madrigals and the Tri-M Music Honor Society. She has great values, supporting students through her participation in SAD and giving back through tutoring. Prerna also values education, both the education of others and the pursuit of her own academics. But I know Prerna best for her sense of humor. Every so often in psychology class, I'll hear a sudden burst of laughter from Prerna and a few friends, which always makes me smile. But don't worry, she still pays attention in class. In fact, the subject of the humor is usually something we've been learning about in class. At least that's what she says when the laughter is so loud that Mr. Randall has to ask what they're laughing about. Anyway, the point is that Prerna knows how to take her academics seriously without taking them too seriously. This is a balance that has served her well in school and that I know will continue to serve her well in the future. Prerna, I wish you all the best as you study economics finance at Bentley University.
Good evening, my name's Mary Panetta, and Dagny Overview will be first. So I quickly got to know Dagny in middle school. As her last name starts with OV and mine with PA, whenever the school divided our grade, we usually ended up in the same group. We were even locker buddies for all 3 years, and even today, she still sits in front of me during homeroom. And after all the years of knowing her, it is evident to me that she is one of the most charismatic and friendly people I know. She is constantly laughing with classmates and spreading positivity wherever she can. One way that she has done this is by being a leader of the Kindness Wall, a GCP project, where we take kind submissions of the student body and post them on the main staircase to lighten everyone's day. Oh, and trust me, it wouldn't be nearly as pretty without Dagny. As she is a member of the Art Honor Society and has the neatest handwriting ever, she has really been phenomenal in making the project presentable to the entire school. Outside of school, though, she continues to spread kindness. Over the past 2 April breaks, she has attended the Dominican Republic trips in which she has volunteered her time at an environmental and a private school for the Mariposa Foundation, which aims at educating and empowering children to eliminate generational poverty. I have no doubts that Dagny will continue to impact people's lives for good and excel in anything she does. Dagny will be dual majoring in business and international relations at UMass Amherst. Fiona Campbell. Fiona is someone that never ceases to amaze me. She has won the Two-Dimensional Art Award, designed the logos for the Fine Arts Department and the Pipe Band, designed t-shirts for Post-Prom and Art Honors Club, and has done a myriad of community service from the Senior Center to the Prescott. Oh, and we all know MS Paint, right? That little Microsoft art program where you can draw stick figures on? Well, this girl has made a total masterpiece on it during our computer science class when she has downtime. Like, it could legitimately be sold on a t-shirt or framed. Trust me, it's incredible. Then there's her 2 music albums. She has written and composed her own songs, and they're on Spotify. 24 songs to be exact, split between the albums Heading Home and Breakaway by Fiona Campbell. They're honestly so good. I'm not just saying that to be nice. Her creativity is astonishing, and I can't wait to know what she does next. I'll definitely keep an eye out for her in the future because she's going to go far with her insane amount of passion. Fiona is going to Fitchburg State University to study game design. You're going to stun everyone for sure. Emily Moran. When I think of Emily, I think of someone who is incredibly kind and giving to those around her. Before every mid-year, final, last day before vacation, or any other big event would occur, Emily would bring in a big bag of Dum Dum Pops and just hand them out to people throughout the day. It was something so little, yet so big to a ton of people. I know it was something that I always look forward to, and I thank you so much for adding that touch of happiness on those days, including last Friday. I swear I ate like 15 of them. This is why when Emily told me that she was going to become a school teacher, I immediately got so excited because it fits her personality to a T. Even today in computer science, we're all coding games while Emily is learning how to use Raspberry Pi because it's the new upcoming tool to teach children how to code. And she adores working at the daycare inside Lifetime, as she is constantly working with little kids. I personally love hearing her gush over them during Comp Sci. She's undoubtedly going to be an amazing teacher. Emily is going to be majoring in education at Salem State University. Aiden Murray. Well, there's one story I have to summarize his energy. It's the only memory I have of him from middle school. I was in chorus, and this kid comes barreling in a wheelchair, spins, pops a wheelie, has the biggest smile on his face. Mr. C. Martin starts panicking, and the entire class goes wild. It was honestly one of the best things I've ever seen. To high school in Miss Ganson's pre-calc class, where his classic catchphrase "bummy" entered my vernacular, and I lost it every time he said "last period on a Friday," even when it was literally 10:30 on a Tuesday. His ability to always spread positivity is something extraordinary. I thank you for always keeping class fun and for all the laughs over the past couple years. In all seriousness, though, Aiden continuously stuns me with his aptitude for math and science. The amount of times in Physics 1 when the whole class would be panicking before a test and Aiden would walk in as calm as could be is astronomical. To engineering, where he continuously comes up with solutions to projects within minutes. And to Physics 2, where we begin a lab and he instantly has a set game plan while most people, including me, are still trying to understand the reason for the lab in the first place. I have no doubt that Aiden will continue to spread laughs wherever he goes while still succeeding in whatever he does. Aiden will be studying electrical engineering at UMass Amherst. Alex Yoon. So, since we have pretty much the same schedule this year, Alex has been my walking buddy to nearly all my classes. My favorite walks have been those right after physics or English tests, when we both slightly panic, enter the void of acceptance, and then move on to another topic, whether that be the new Marvel movie, tennis, his obsession over AJR, plans for going to the food pantry, or anything else we can think of. However, for those same tests, he has been an absolute lifesaver. Before them, we'd brainstorm ideas of what could come up, and he has nailed some that I would have never thought of. Thank you for always keeping transition periods something to look forward to, for helping me survive senior year, and for being a great friend. But on top of all of this, Alex has also shown me his true dedication over the years outside of his academics. He has been in marching band for 5 years, won the New England Scholastic Band Association Championship 3 of those years, and won Best Percussion and Best Music for the past 2 years while also being a section leader at the same time. He gave his all to that program, and it's honestly amazing to me. Alex is going to be a Husky next year at Northeastern University studying biochem. I have no doubt you're going to do great things. Andrea Stebbins.
Andy, okay, girlie.
So I only really got to know Andy, as everyone calls her, junior year. I don't really know why that is, but I'm still very mad about it. Nevertheless, I can't even begin to detail all that's happened since Miss Ganson switched up the seating arrangement and placed her in front of me. However, if one thing is for sure, it's that Andy has taught me a couple things. She taught me to never even think of complaining about the amount of things I have to do. I don't know how she has physically done it, but just this year, Andy has directed a massive musical by herself, was herself a lead in a musical, participated on a dance competition team, done marketing for Boston theaters, and volunteered frequently at various theaters in the area. With all of her activities, though, her attitude never wavers, never seeming to tire. Even after having a bad day, she'll show up to tennis ready to fill her role as a captain and raise everyone's energy. I know for a fact that the team would be so different without her. But most importantly, she has taught me how to be a better person. Andy is by far one of, if not the nicest people I have ever known. Not kidding, you could literally push her and she'd probably say sorry. She's absolutely a bright light in the school and in the lives of countless people. I will no doubt miss her next year. Thank you for everything. Andy is going to be double majoring in cinema and television arts and project management at Elon University. Elon is lucky to have you, girl. Kill it.
We're going to start off with Mary Panetta.
Woo, Mary!
Meredith and I go way, way back, all the way back to kindergarten and little kid soccer. Back then, Mary was a very hardworking, funny, and incredibly smart individual. I mean, here I was using my fingers to count how many letters came after D. Next to me, she was singing ABCs perfectly. And then she would do it backwards. That was just mind-blowing to me at the time. Here we are 12 years later, and she hasn't changed one bit, except for the fact that now she sings the Greek alphabet in physics instead of the English one. To further speak on how intelligent of a student Mary is, let's take a trip to the mysterious year of 2017. Here we find ourselves in Dr. Crowley's engineering classroom, and someone decided to be bored while Doc Crowley was talking about some rats that were getting fried on the railroad. I don't know. And that day we decided that we were going to write down all the lyrics to the song Hello. Just now it was Hola. Yeah, we translated to Spanish. We had that much time to kill. Even though Mary's brain was actually thinking in two different languages, she still somehow managed to say every single question that Doc asked us and answered them perfectly. To me, that's just insane intelligence. She got to listen and respond perfectly. In addition to being a stud student, Mary's been working hard every single day since she's came to the high school. As a part of NCM for the past 4 years, is the secretary of the GCP and volunteers at the local food pantry every single weekend. Purdue University is extremely lucky to be gaining her as a student, as she will be using her otherworldly knowledge, quite literally. As she majors as aerospace engineering, I have no doubt that she will succeed. All right, let's go with Tim Rose. Let's go. All right. The man, the myth, the absolute legend, Tim Rose. If there's one thing you have to know about Tim Rose is he's a natural-born performer. It doesn't matter if he's in front of hundreds of people in an audience or he's just speaking to you one-on-one, he captivates you with everything he says. I remember one time we were in Mr. Andrews' classroom in 7th grade and we were acting out the play Romeo and Juliet. I naturally was playing the part of Juliet. And Tim was playing Romeo. And somehow, some way, Tim transformed that classroom into Verona, as if we were actually there. The way he spoke, the way he gestured, and the confidence with which he did everything, you couldn't tell if T. Rose was playing Romeo or Romeo was actually based off of Tim. Luckily for us and the rest of the human race, Tim has continued to perform for us, as he's been a huge part of the drama program and NHS TV, while also participating on the weekends at the Food Pantry and the Circle of Hope. Quick side note, we found out this year that Tim's hips do not lie, as he executed Napoleon Dynamite's dance to perfection as he took gold for the Man on the Hill competition. Syracuse should be counting their lucky stars that Tim has decided to captivate them for the next 4 years as he plans to study TV and radio communications. Beyond that, I'm looking forward to see Tim every time I turn on the news in the future years. My man, Michael Curley. I've known Curls since the good old days. 2018. But the phrase better late than never has never rang truer. And honestly, it's been an amazing year of getting to know you. I knew of him because he's on NHS Update every single morning. You wake up and he's there. But I've never actually had the pleasure of talking to him until this year in Calc. And if you ever walked into Miss Danner's room this year during period 3, you would understand me and Curly's clicked right away, along with the other front corner crew. Actually, to be honest, you didn't actually have to walk into our classroom because you could have probably heard us from the library. We were super loud. We were laughing our butts off every single second of the class. And you could hear random letters being shouted out like E or X every single second of the day. It was in this class that I got to see how passionate and competitive Curly is, as Miss Stanner made the mistake of putting me and Curls in the same team for a game. And to be honest, I've never high-fived someone harder than I have when Curly was like, 1 + 1 = 2, and we went, let's go! He's just a competitive guy. He carried this competitive spirit and motive as he played on the greens and rink this year for the golf and hockey teams, and I know he'll compete in college in some type of aspect. I don't know how competitive finances are, but if there's anything like Calc Madness, I know Curly will dominate. Notre Dame is truly getting one of the good ones for the next 4 years. Eric Danahy. All right. Yeah, why are you so tall? Let's take a trip down memory lane, whoa, to back when our basketball coach, Coach Zona, a grown man, was posting up little sixth graders and taking us to the hole like he was Shaq in the finals. It was during those practices that I got to meet the wonderful person that is Eric Danahy. He was always smiling and always nice, no matter how hard practice was getting or how gassy he was and sweating everywhere. Ugh. It was also there that it was the first time I got to see him laugh, and his face just lights up. Like, I can only describe it as Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer's nose. It is that red. It's amazing to see. And from there, we've been close friends ever since. And to be honest, it's been a great experience. We've had countless moments together, but my favorite from our friendship will forever stick in my mind, thanks in part to Miss Long, but now Miss Flynn, because, yeah, Miss Long, let's be honest. To preface this, I want to emphasize that Eric is actually a really, really smart individual, but he's had his moments. We were doing this lab freshman year in bio class, and we were doing pretty good, and then they introduced something called a microscope, and it all went downhill from there. We struggled so hard. I would look into the microscope from one side of the table and say, this is where the cell is, and I would twist it over and turn it to him, and he'd be like, I don't see anything. And then he'd twist it back, and we just kept repeating this process for, I swear, a half hour straight. Then Miss Long came over and said, you guys aren't even looking at the same thing. It was then that Miss Long perfectly described the tandem that was us. She said, you guys are the dumbest, smartest people I have ever met. Well, I'm happy to say that one of the dumbest, smartest people I've met will be attending Penn State next year, as he will be crunching numbers as a financial major. I know that he will absolutely crush it there, as long as he avoids microscopes. Brendan Linehan.
Yes, Brendan.
Brendan is just different, and I swear he was born to be different. I mean, his eyes are literally two different colors. And if that's not a sign, I don't know what is. One of his eyes is light green and the other is deep brown, and I honestly think it's a perfect representation as Brendan as a person. To start off, his green eye corresponds with the inner child that is Brendan, an aspect of Brendan that is an absolute delight to witness on an everyday basis. I swear, as many kids have, Brendan is a very superstitious. Whoa! Superstitious individual. Whoa. I swear he's had the same lucky pencil ever since I've known him, and I've known him since 4th grade. He also wears his lucky cutoff t-shirt and what used to be a white headband, I think, but is now brownish, to type every single drummy essay because he thinks that'll give him the quote-unquote competitive edge. I really don't get why he does it. He's a very smart individual, but most of the time. Other times he accidentally buys $400 worth of Red Sox tickets and has to find people to come to the game for them. In keeping with this eye metaphor I have going on, Beelan's brown eye symbolizes the hard-working grinder that I have gotten the pleasure to know this year. He works for everything he's ever earned in his life, and I'm proud to say that. Last year, to prepare himself for football, he worked out 2 hours at the best gym in the world, Workout World, and then he would drive all the way back to the high school to work out for another 2 hours with his team. That level of commitment and dedication to the team serves as a benchmark for others on our team, in which we aspire to, which is why I'm proud to say that he was our football captain during this past season. While he may not know what he's going to study next year at Providence College, I know that he was going to outwork everyone there and will succeed no matter what, while still having some fun. Angie Verone. Ange, aka the reason I stayed awake during Mr. Sweeney's class last year, is one of the most amazing people I've ever had the pleasure of knowing. In my opinion, it stems all from her confusingly awesome intelligence. I say confusing because she has burned her tongue on multiple occasions, forgetting that boiling water is hot. Yet she has never forgotten any of the words to Hamlet's forced soliloquy. To put this in perspective, this is what I remember from Hamlet's forced soliloquy. To be or to... And then it goes on, I don't remember. I didn't really read it. It's not my fault. Deriving from this intelligence is her incredible ability to talk. I'm being serious when I say that just talking to Angie is an experience. If you ever had a chance to talk to her, you would understand what I'm talking about. I can't pin down which part of talking to her is the best part. It could be the fact that she's always smiling at you, or that she's incredibly articulate with every word she says, or it's because of her immense knowledge. All I can definitively say is I cannot count how many hours of sleep I have lost just talking to her. Dang it. As long as I've known Ange, she's been a very hardworking individual who takes no shortcuts. When I say no shortcuts, I mean she actually did all of Mr. Loja's and Mr. Betts' homework over these past years, which is mind-blowing to think how many trees Mr. Loja and Mr. Betts have cut down to make these assignments. Ange is truly an inspiration to me, as well as many others, and I don't think Northeastern is prepared at all for how awesome she is, as she plans for the next 4 years to study health sciences, despite the fact that her favorite food is ice cream. I'm confident that she will succeed in everything she does, and I can't wait to see what she does in the future.
All right, my first person will be Charlotte Kelly. All right, so last year Charlotte and I were in the same AP Spanish class taught by Senor Reyes, and I remember Charlotte's energy and fun-loving spirit, as she was always cracking jokes with her friends and lobbying for Senor to let us have a party. Charlotte brings that same energy into varsity cheer and gymnastics, which she has been doing since freshman year. By the way, can I say that pep rallies would not be the same without the energy and skill that the cheer team brings? You guys put in a lot of hard work, and it really shows. Charlotte is also part of the National Honor Society at our school, which attests to her skills in not only academics, but also her character and her ability to put others before herself. Charlotte, I'm so excited for you as you plan to attend Elon University this fall to pursue a major in psychology. All the best. Tegan Bartlett. Tegan, in middle school, we were in the same gym class. The day finally came when we had to run the dreaded mile. There I was, huffing, puffing, already walking 30 seconds in as I had zero running experience. And I look up, and there you are, at least a quarter mile ahead of me, running with perfect form, barely breaking a sweat. Occasionally, when I run now, I still get flashbacks to your ability to push through. Fast forward to this year, I cannot tell you how amazed I am by your resilience. This year, Tegan, you did not let your injuries keep you from smiling during the little times that I did see you in school. Despite the lows and the highs, you survived. You had running taken away from you, but you still pushed through and you glowed through. You seriously did not let anything keep you down. I've also seen your resilience in AP Drawing and Painting this year and last. You struggled with some pieces, shredded others, but finally you found your concentration theme. Tegan, you are an asset to whatever you do, including our honor society, track and cross country, or horseback riding. By the way, whenever I see a horse, I think of Tegan. Is that just me? I congratulate you as you go into the 3+2 occupational therapy program at Sacred Heart University. You're going to be amazing. Giovanna Rodriguez. Gia, I've known you since first grade, and after all these years, I can say that you are truly one of the most friendly and outgoing people I know. From that day in Mr. Revere's 5th grade music class when we auditioned for honor chorus, to now, when you became a madrigal as a freshman, I have seen not only your talent of singing, but also your passion for it. I'm impressed with the success of your GCP project, the Kindness Wall, which you did with other students, which makes me and the entire NHS student body smile every day as we descend down the main staircase. For the last 4 years, Gia, you've been our class president, and you did not just hold the title. You worked with other officers and student council to get us more privileges and coordinate Senior Week, which I'm very excited for. I'm happy to say that this fall, Gia, you're going to be a Husky at your dream school, Northeastern University, studying psychology. Felicidades y yo voy a siempre recordarte. Maddie McDonough. Maddie couldn't attend today, but we're still going to celebrate her tonight. In 7th grade, Maddie and I had all classes together, and I saw that she has a remarkable ability to become friends with anyone and make them feel welcome. In high school, I'm not surprised that Maddie has worked closely with the Friendship Club to make even more meaningful connections. I've also seen that she is one of the most active senior National Honor Society members and is never shy when it comes to helping with our activities. Not only that, but Maddie puts her all into whatever she does, whether that's TV or giving me the synopsis of the newest Gossip Girl episode back in middle school. Maddie was the one who got me into Gossip Girl, and I can tell you it is a quality guilty pleasure show. In her own words, I was surprised to know that Maddie says she's reserved, but I think that attests to her silent yet killer work ethic in both the classroom, in her clubs, or on the volleyball court. I'm envious of University of New Hampshire as they get to keep her for the next 4 years as she double majors in neuroscience and psychology. Matt Murphy. Matt, I'm lucky to say that I've gotten to know you over the course of the last 4 years in GCP, of which you are now an executive board member. We had a formative experience at GCI talking about world issues and healthcare around the world, and struggling to implement our program MICE during homeroom in the fall. Matt, I've gotten to see you find your passion these past couple years as we went to Nord Hospital and shattered a couple of physicians and stressed over college confidential posts. Your hard work in the classroom, multiple orchestra ensembles, including Celtic Strings and Tri-M, which I don't think that's an ensemble, but varsity swim and dive is commendable. I always look forward to talking to you in the halls this year or in gym class as you have a good sense of humor and you're very friendly. This fall, Brown University's music department better be ready for your musical talent as you pursue a double major in music and cognitive neuroscience. Good luck. All right, best for last, Emily Murray. To most, she's the only person who got a 5 on the AP Physics exam, and such a scholar that NHS is lucky to get graced by her presence. While both of these things are true, to me, dear Emily Murray is the only person who has a real answer to how was your weekend. I'm serious. When most people answer with a simple, I don't know, I slept, I worked, Emily tells me about the cool restaurant that she and her family went to, or how her birthday went, or what color she associates with the number 3 because of her synesthesia. Every conversation we have is stimulating and absolutely quirky. I mean, imagine talking about book recommendations 1 minute and then switching to talking about math puns the next. Emily brings her problem-solving skills to every subject, from math to French to Greek mythology. I admire her hard work as she is the president of the French Club and she has learned so much French despite not even being a native speaker. But honestly, you can't even tell. This fall, Emily will be with her own kind, studying astrophysics at Princeton. Congratulations, and I will miss you.
Everyone hear me all right? Usually, that doesn't happen. All right. First up is going to be Matt Hennessy. Over the years, I've come to notice that my favorite classes were with people that made each class relatively lighthearted and fairly enjoyable. One such person has been Matt. I've known Matt since the days of math team in middle school and got to know him better over the past few years. In pre-calc and English last year, Matt knew exactly when to insert a comment that made the whole class laugh and made the class way better to be in. In chem this year, Matt found the most random yet perfectly timed moments in chem to ask Ms. Lemieux to do that lab where we light our hands on fire. Years past got to do the lab in sophomore year, but they stopped it. I can only wonder why. It was running jokes like that that made chem so much better this year. Not saying it was bad, but it was just little quips that made it way better. Just yesterday in calc, Matt found himself in possession of that Staples button, and at random times when the class was silent, you would just hear, "That was easy," and the class would give a little laugh. I wish Matt the best of luck while he takes his talents to Notre Dame next year, where he's studying math. Chris Martin. Chris and I have known each other since the Cleveland, and what amazes me the most is his work outside of school. During the last couple years, he taught Bible school at St. Tim's and volunteered with the My Brother's Keeper organization that delivers furniture and food to local families in need. Around town, he coaches Little League, and he helped create a summer hockey league over the past few years. This year, he was a captain for the varsity hockey team, showcasing his leadership skills as a hockey team went to tournament. The work he has done has not only helped out the community, but has made him a better person as well. Freshman bio would not have been the same if I did not have Chris right next to me to talk to. I wish Chris the best of luck as he studies accounting at Providence College next year. Finn Kelly. Finn and I have known each other since the days of the Cleveland, and of all the things that came to my mind when I was writing this, it was how well-rounded Finn is that stuck out the most. In terms of sports, Finn is pretty talented. First off, he's a god at tennis, working his way up to being a captain this year, even though he only started playing last year. Other than athletics outside of school, Finn is well-rounded in academics as well. While he excels at science and math classes, Finn's true expertise lies in history. Earlier this year, Mrs. Linehan approached us in the library during a study, asking us a question about the Bay of Pigs incident that occurred during the Cold War. Over the course of 3 minutes or so, Finn summarized everything the internet had to offer, describing what happened and explaining the consequences for the United States. When all was said and done, everyone in earshot was stunned at his brilliance, including myself. I look forward to going to Northeastern with you while you study biology and hopefully some more history. Saikeshev Neducherian. Somehow got that right. I've known Sai for quite a few years. We first knew each other when we did Doc Crowley's summer school, or whatever fancy term he uses. There was this math game he always beat me in, and one takeaway I got from that was that Sai is a determined kid. If he wants to be good at something, he's going to be good at it. Through years of practice, he is an experienced tennis player, being the perfect doubles partner for Finn. It is quite amazing to watch the two play. Sai has become almost unbeatable at the net. His determination is perhaps best described by his work in Doc's class. Yes, Doc is quite unavoidable in our lives. Sai spent a great deal of his high school life in Doc's lab building an AC generator, starting towards the end of sophomore year and ending this past December. I was fortunate enough to be there when he tested out an improved version where the generator produced a good amount of sparks. It was quite cool to watch and shows that Sai spent his year and a half well. I know Sai will bring that same level of determination and hard work to UMass Amherst while he studies aerospace, and I wish him the best of luck as he does so. Michaela Jordan. Michaela and I have known each other since the days of the Cleveland, and when I was coming up with this, the trait that stuck out the most was her capacity to lead. Last year, for example, for AP Bio, we had to do a presentation board for a lab. After all the components were completed, intro, conclusion, and other parts, it was Michaela that took charge in putting the board together, deciding where to put the title, and generally making it look pretty. In the end, the presentation board not only got us a good grade, but it also brought us closer as friends. In my opinion, leadership is not about taking charge, but also connecting with the people around you. Michaela has proven herself as a leader, from running track after school to running drill at Naval Sea Cadets. Furthermore, the connections that Michaela has made over the years have not only made her a great leader, but they have made her into an even better friend. Thank you for all the years of memories from the Cleveland till now, and I wish you the best of luck at University of Pittsburgh while you study mechanical engineer and participate in NROTC. And for the last senior of the night, last of the Wong brothers. Sam and I go way back. Even before my days at the Cleveland, I was at the Prescott. One of the things I immediately think of for Sam is pretty common. He's one of the funniest human beings I know. In most of my classes with him, Sam will have some of the best one-liners that only a few people can hear, and the next few minutes will be focused on trying not to laugh and refocus. But one of the more surprising things about Sam I discovered this year is his appreciation of food. During the Dominican trip last month, I would see him taking pictures of the food we ate. When I asked him, he said that he was going to try to make it at home. The food there was amazing, so I could see why he wanted to make it. In addition to the pictures, he really likes watching food videos, and as a result, he knows a lot of ways to cook an egg.
59?
Sam is going to be studying computer science at Georgia Tech next year, and I cannot wait to see what he does there.
At this time, I'd like to invite Math Department Chair, Mr. John Casali, to the podium for a special presentation.
Good evening. Let me first start by saying congratulations to all the outstanding students who are being recognized here tonight for their academic achievements. Keep up the good work. And good work to you parents for your attention, support, and participation in the education of your sons and daughters. It is my honor and great pleasure to now present the Rensselaer Medal Award. The Rensselaer Medal Award is sponsored by Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute to recognize the outstanding academic achievement of young men and women and to motivate students towards careers in engineering, math, science, and technology. The medal is awarded to a promising member of the junior class who has distinguished him or herself in mathematics and science. The winner must be in the top 10% of the junior class and have the highest combined averages in pre-calculus and physics. I have a certificate from RPI to present to the winner tonight. This student will also receive a medallion to be given at Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute at a special convocation ceremony held there in the fall should the winner decide to attend RPI. In addition to the medallion, the winner will be awarded a scholarship. 2016 was the 100th anniversary of the Rensselaer Award, and the scholarship has since been raised to $100,000. The selection process can oftentimes be very close and difficult, as it was this year, coming down to several outstanding finalists whose exceptional grades are extremely similar. In the end, though, one candidate did have a slight advantage. I hope you will join me in congratulating this year's recipient, Sean Chisholm.
As you can see, a very special moment in tonight's ceremony recognizes students in grades 9 through 11 who have reached the academic milestone of summa cum laude, which is a 4.6 GPA. This is the highest academic honor at Norwood High School. Here to recognize students in grade 11 who have reached this milestone with a College Book Award is Junior Dean Mrs. Kerry Quinn.
Good evening. I first want to recognize and congratulate the class of 2019 for the remarkable accomplishments not just this year, but over the course of their tenure at Norwood High School. Good luck to you, all of you, and thank you for being positive role models and setting the bar high for the next year's senior leaders. It is an honor and a privilege to be here tonight with such an elite group of juniors. I don't often get to interact with you on a daily basis, but believe me, I hear about all the great accomplishments and achievements that you accomplish every day from your department heads, from your teachers, from your guidance counselors. So kudos to you. The hard work that you put in and day out has not gone unnoticed. These 12 students have not only achieved continuous success in the classroom, but have maintained the highest grades in their class while also volunteering in the Norwood community, participating in extracurricular clubs, activities, and sports. Oh yeah, and they somehow managed to squeeze in a social life, right? In their spare time, these current juniors are positive role models for their peers and underclassmen and continue to positively influence the culture and vibe here at Norwood High School. The Junior Book Awards are presented to the top students in the class of 2020 who have achieved summa cum laude status here at Norwood High School. The George Washington University Book Award recognizes high school juniors who embody the GW drive and spirit, specifically with their academic excellence, leadership outside of the classroom, diversity of thought, and ability to put knowledge into action. The George Washington Book Award is presented to Stephen Allinger. The BU Book Award recognizes accomplished and passionate high school juniors who are interested in pursuing studies and/or employment in the fields of education and human development. Book Award recipients encourage and inspire these aspirations. The BU Book Award is presented to Jason Amos. The Harvard Book Prize is awarded to an outstanding student in the next graduating class who displays the excellence in scholarship and high character, combined with achievement in other fields. The winner of this award, through their intelligence and variety of achievement, exemplify Harvard's commitment to excellence. The Harvard Book Prize is awarded to Sean Chisholm. The Williams College Book Award is given to a student who has demonstrated intellectual leadership and has made a significant contribution to the extracurricular life of the school. The Williams College Book Award is presented to Jeffrey Jandrew. The St. Michael's Book Award is intended to highlight individuals who exhibit characteristics of an ideal St. Michael's student. Juniors receive this award based on academic achievement and social conscience. In the area of academic achievement, students attain mostly A's and B's in honors, AP, IB, or dual enrollment classes and are inductees of the National Honor Society or equivalent honors organization. In the area of social conscience, students show a sustained and sincere commitment to community service, issues of peace and justice, and concern for others. The recipient of the St. Michael's Book Award is Robin Jones. Stonehill College seeks to educate the whole person so that each student thinks, acts, and leads with courage toward the creation of a more just and compassionate world. To that end, Stonehill College seeks to recognize the academic achievement of a high school junior who has demonstrated a commitment to learning, as well as consistent dedication to the betterment of the surrounding community. On behalf of the college, I would like to present the Stonehill Book Award to a student that exemplifies those ideals and shows promise in the pursuit of higher education and lifelong learning. The 2019 Stonehill College Book Award goes to Catherine Kennedy. The Brown Book Award honors the junior who best combines academic excellence with clarity in written and spoken expression. Language is the highest expression of our humanity. It defines what we are and what we aspire to be. Those who use words effectively will be the leaders in their next generation. In them, we invest our hope. To them, we accord our respect. With this award, we salute their potential. The Brown University Book Award is presented to Bernice Pierre. The Yale Book Award is presented to an outstanding junior at select high schools in the Boston area. Recipients of this award are recognized for their outstanding personal character and intellectual promise. As the recipient of this award, Norwood High School recognizes the intellectual curiosity, academic and extracurricular achievement, and leadership that you have demonstrated at and that Yale University seeks in its college applicants. The award is part of Yale's commitment to recognizing academic and personal excellence and to encouraging potential candidates for admission. The Yale Book Award is presented to Aidan Pryor. The Dartmouth Book Award is given to a student in the top 10% of the junior class. He or she has attained an outstanding combined academic average in 3 college prep subjects, 2 of which include mathematics and English. Above all, the selected student has demonstrated outstanding leadership in a highly visible school-sponsored activity and/or service to the community. The Dartmouth Book Award is presented to Sophia Seratori. St. Anselm. Recipients of the St. Anselm Book Award have demonstrated academic success and exceptional leadership qualities in the area of civic engagement. This student embodies the values inherent in the St. Anselm College tradition and aspirations for continued education. The St. Anselm Book Award is presented to Angela Shara. The Wellesley College Book Award honors a female student in the junior class whose academic record and character are exceptional and who has also made significant personal contributions to her school and community. The Wellesley Book Award is presented to Marissa Silk. The Bryant Book Award recognizes academic success, commitment to community service, and extracurricular involvements. Your accomplishments exemplify our commitment to educate and inspire students to discover their passion, become innovative leaders with character, and make a difference around the world. The student who embodies the values and interests of current Bryant University students is Priscilla Zhang. Congratulations to all the Book Award recipients. I am proud to be part of this very special night. Thank you for your dedication and determination and all-around excellence. But most of all, thank you for being good people. I'm excited to move on to senior year with all of you. I couldn't have asked for a better group of students to lead the class of 2020 and the entire student body at Norwood High School next year. Please make sure you hug your parents and guardians and thank them, as they have helped you become the person you are today, and I know they are very proud of you, not just tonight, but every night. You're an inspiration to all of us. Thank you.
Mrs. Quinn stole my scripts. This year, we also recognize the underclassmen who have already emerged as student leaders and reached the milestone of summa cum laude. This is especially difficult as a grade 9 or 10 student for them to reach this milestone, as most opportunities to take AP courses occur in the later grades. Tonight, we would like to recognize each of these students with a certificate of academic excellence. Please come to the front when your name is called to receive your recognition from Mrs. Durain. Sherry Chen. Venkata Dasuri. Jessica Deli Carpini. Catherine Earl. Kaylee Hansen. Alyssa LaHaze. Maeve O'Connor. Juliana O'Neill. Jennifer Hoosie. Kushi Shah. Liam Wilson. And in recognition of our 9th grade students who have achieved summa cum laude, Jacob Bodenhofer. Caitlin Flynn. Michaela Hurley. Jessica O'Toole. That pretty much sums it up. They are awesome, every single one of you. Truly, I am in admiration of the collective body of work. Ooh, we're back. Among these young men and women in the room tonight, who are already leaders in their school and community. On top of that, we can see what impactful relationships our students have formed with one another, with their staff, and with each other. These relationships are powerful and will undoubtedly remain so in the future. I cannot wait to see what an amazingly positive impact each of them will have on our society. Please let's have one final round of applause for each of the students recognized this evening. Dessert will be out momentarily. But this concludes the formal presentation for the evening. So at this time, you can be on your own schedule to mingle, to enjoy dessert, take pictures, escape to see the Bruins if you wish. Thank you so much for your support, both of the students here tonight and Norwood High School and Norwood Public Schools as a whole. Thank you so much.